crock pot. This is something that you're going to have to start early that morning. That way it's done in time for dinner. I'm going to double the recipe, and then I'll show you the few things I use. It's just a few ingredients. The first thing is to spray your crock pot or line it. That'll help with clean up later. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 chuck roasts in here, and they're averaging about 2.5 pounds a piece. We do 2 for our family because everybody likes them, and we have leftovers, which everybody likes that too. The next thing is you need to buy this Italian dressing mix. Now it does come in individual packets. I just get the box, so I'll have it for other recipes. You're gonna need 1 Italian salad dressing packet per roast. I mean, I guess you could probably put in extra if you wanted more of that flavor, whatever. So we'll put in 2. Instead of gravy packets or au jus seasoning packets, I put beef bouillon cubes in and add some water. That would take the place of like beef broth. You could do beef broth already mixed up if you want to. And the very last thing that goes in is yellow peppers or banana pepper slices. We get, hopefully I can show you this without spilling it. I'll spill some of it out. It's the hot, we get the hot ones. Normally what I do, we get them already sliced, that way we can have them on our sandwiches and I don't have to slice them after. So what I typically do is I pour in about half the jar, maybe 2/3 of the jar of the juice and the peppers. And then I just put it on high and put the lid on it and let it sit until it's done. And I'll come back in about 8 hours and show you what happens. Okay, fast forward 8 hours later. This is the meat. What I did was I got, I waited until it was till I could stick a fork in the roast and kind of twist it and it come apart. And then I just started doing that to both sets of roasts. And so, it just comes right apart. You put it back into the juices, and then you prepare your sandwiches or however you're going to serve it. And we're going to put it on mini hoagie rolls. So let me get those toasted up and I'll present it to you. Okay, so I wanted to show you real quick how I assemble these kind of family style. We use these small hoagies mainly because I can get them real cheap at Walmart. Like I can get a big old bag for like $3. So what I do is I slice them. I put them under the broiler and I let them toast lightly. Then what you do is you take a little bit of the juices that you created, just a little bit now, not a lot, and you want to put them on the bread before you put anything on there. And the reason is because it's so dry. You kind of want the sandwich to be kind of still soft and pliable and everything, but you want it to be kind of, not so rough and where you got to tear into it to eat it. So it's kind of helping soften it up without like basically disintegrating the sandwich. So I put just a little bit of juice in there, not much. Then I take 2 forks and I put the meat on there. This is like I showed you before, it's beef, and you really don't need that much. Now the peppers that were in here basically just disintegrated. So if you're wondering, well, where the peppers go? Or put peppers on there or whatever, well, I mean, they're on there. They're mixed in with the meat. And these are perfect for little kids. You know, my older kids still eat them. They don't care, but they'll just eat extra, you know. But for little hands, this is perfect. So the reason it's still on the cookie sheet is because I'm going to put them back in the oven. And this is perfect for like tailgating and stuff like that, or you got everybody over for a football game or something like that, because you can make these in batches. Okay, now I use provolone cheese, and you can get it sliced already. And you just put this on there and stick it under the broiler just long enough to melt it, and that's all you have to do. And leave your tops near it, that way if the melted cheese goes over, it can still be on the sandwich. Okay, I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, so here's the finished product. This is what it looks like. You can, of course, put any kind of sauce, like horseradish sauce or any kind of specialty mayo or anything like that on this. You can also pile it high with meat. You don't have to put the little amount that I did. And then you fold these over and you got your sandwich. You can also stick toothpicks in them if you're worried that they're going to come over, but they're still kind of, if you can see, they're still soft but a little bit crunchy. Okay, so I plated them up. This is what they look like plated up, and usually my family doesn't put anything else on them. They just leave them like that, but you could put anything on there. It doesn't really matter. And that's it. It's an easy way to do Italian beef. Very flavorful, very good, very easy. See y'all next time.